What if I told you that we might have just witnessed a rookie season so impactful that it's forcing basketball fans to question something we thought was already decided? Because for the past few years, the standard for rookie greatness in the NBA has been set by one named Victor Wembanyama, a player so unique, so physically gifted, that people were calling him a once-in-a-generation talent before he even played his first NBA game. Standing at 7 feet 4 inches with guard-like skills and unreal defensive instincts, Wembanyama didn't just enter the league, he completely changed expectations. Every block, every highlight, every viral moment reinforced the idea that we were watching something we might never see again. But now, something unexpected has happened. Because Cooper Flagg has entered the conversation, and not quietly. From explosive scoring nights to elite defensive performances, Flagg's rookie season has been turning heads in a way that feels different. Not just flashy, not just potential, but controlled, polished, and incredibly effective basketball. And that's what makes this debate so interesting. Because for the first time, people aren't just asking if Flagg is good, they're asking if his rookie season might actually rival, or even surpass, what Wembanyama did. And that leads us to the ultimate question. Are we witnessing a shift in what defines greatness at the rookie level? Or is this just another case of early hype getting ahead of reality? When we talk about rookie seasons, offense is usually the first thing people look at, and this is where the comparison between Cooper Flagg and Victor Wembanyama starts to separate in a really interesting way. Coming into the league, Wembanyama was viewed as a long-term offensive project with insane upside. He had the ability to shoot, handle, and create, but early on, there were clear growing pains. His shot selection wasn't always efficient. His body was still adjusting to NBA physicality, and there were stretches where his scoring felt more like flashes of greatness rather than consistent production. That's normal for a rookie, but it's important context. Now compare that to Flagg. From his very first games, he didn't look like someone trying to figure things out. He looked like someone who already understood how to operate within an NBA offense. His shot selection was disciplined, his decision-making was advanced, and most importantly, he knew when to take over and when to let the game come to him. That balance is something even veteran players struggle with. And when you place him alongside elite playmakers, his effectiveness becomes even more obvious. He creates spacing, he moves without the ball, and he capitalizes on defensive mistakes instantly. Instead of forcing difficult shots, he plays within the flow but still manages to impact scoring in a major way. That's what turns a talented scorer into a true offensive engine, and it's why his rookie season on that end feels so much more polished. Defense is where Victor Wembanyama built his identity as a rookie, and honestly, what he did on that end of the floor was historic. His rim protection alone changed how teams approached the game. Players would hesitate before attacking the paint, guards would alter their drives mid-air, and entire offensive schemes had to adjust just because he was on the floor. His block numbers weren't just impressive, they were generational. It felt like every game came with at least one moment where he did something defensively that just didn't look real. But here's where Cooper Flagg brings a completely different dimension. Instead of dominating one area, he spreads his defensive impact across the entire court. He doesn't just protect the rim, he disrupts everything. He switches onto guards without hesitation, stays in front of wings, and still provides help defense when needed. His rotations are sharp, his anticipation is elite, and his ability to read plays allows him to make defensive stops before they even fully develop. It's a different kind of dominance, not as visually overwhelming as a 7-footer blocking shots at the rim, but just as effective in terms of impact. So now the debate becomes more nuanced. Do you value a player who controls the paint at an elite level, or one who can adapt and defend every position on the floor? Because in today's NBA, versatility might be just as valuable as specialization. This is where things go beyond stats and highlights, and where the conversation becomes more about context than pure numbers. Because rookie seasons don't happen in a vacuum, they're shaped by team situations, expectations, and pressure. For Victor Wembanyama, his first year came on a rebuilding team. That meant more freedom to experiment, more room to make mistakes, and less pressure to win immediately. It allowed him to explore his game and develop without the weight of expectations every single night. Now compare that to Cooper Flagg. His situation is completely different. He's playing in meaningful games, often against high-level competition, where every possession matters. And in those moments, what stands out isn't just his skill, it's his composure. He doesn't rush decisions, he doesn't disappear under pressure, and when the game is on the line, he finds ways to contribute. Whether it's making the right pass, hitting a timely shot, or getting a crucial defensive stop, he consistently shows up. That's something you can't easily measure, but it matters. Because performing in high-pressure situations as a rookie is a completely different challenge. It's one thing to put up numbers, it's another to impact winning when it matters most. And that's where Flagg's rookie season starts to feel uniquely impressive. At this point, the only way to really understand the comparison is to look at everything together: stats, impact, context, and style of play. When you put Victor Wembanyama and Cooper Flagg side by side, the differences become clear. Wembanyama represents generational physical tools combined with elite defensive production. His ability to protect the rim and alter shots is something the league rarely sees, and that alone gives him a unique advantage. On the other hand, Flagg represents balance. His game doesn't rely on one dominant trait, it's built on doing everything well. Scoring, defense, decision-making, and adaptability all come together to create a player who impacts the game in multiple ways. And that's what makes this comparison so difficult. Because it's not just about who is better, it's about what you value more. Do you prioritize overwhelming physical dominance and historic defensive numbers, or do you value versatility and all-around impact? There's no easy answer here, and that's exactly why this debate is happening. Because for the first time in a while, the definition of a perfect rookie season isn't as clear as it used to be. At the end of the day, this conversation isn't really about choosing a winner, it's about recognizing how rare both of these players are. Victor Wembanyama showed us what a generational prospect looks like when everything clicks physically and defensively. He redefined expectations and set a new standard for what rookies can achieve. But Cooper Flagg is showing something different, something that might be just as valuable in today's game. A player who comes in already polished, already impactful, and already capable of contributing to winning basketball at a high level. And maybe that's what makes this debate so fascinating. Because it's not just about the present, it's about the future. It's about how the game is evolving, and what teams are starting to value more. Are we moving toward players who dominate physically, or players who can do everything at a high level from day one? That's something only time will answer. But for now, one thing is clear: we're watching the completely different types of greatness unfold. So the real question is, if you had to choose today, who are you building your franchise around? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.